I never thought my life would turn into one of those twisted family dramas you see on TV. But here I am, telling you my story. My name is Emily Carter, and for most of my 35 years, I've been the invisible backbone of my family, the one who fixes things, pays the bills, and gets zero credit. Growing up in the dusty outskirts of Bakersfield, California, in the heart of the Central Valley, I was the quiet kid who aced her classes and helped around the house without a peep. My older sister, Ashley, was the opposite. Outgoing, stunning, and always the center of attention. Mom doted on her like she was royalty, while I was just there. Our family home was a modest ranch-style bungalow on a half-acre lot, the kind you see scattered across the western states, single-story, with a big backyard for barbecues and a driveway that baked under the relentless sun. Dad built a swing set out back when we were little, and I'd spend hours pushing Ashley on it while Mom cheered her on. But Dad passed away when I was in college, from a sudden heart attack after a long day working the oil fields. That's when everything started unraveling. Mom, bless her heart, wasn't great with money. She refinanced the house to cover funeral costs and her shopping sprees. And before long, the bills piled up like tumbleweeds in a windstorm. Family sticks together, Mom would say, her voice cracking over the phone at midnight. I was 21, juggling a double major in accounting at Cal State Bakersfield and 2 part-time jobs at a diner and a gas station. But I wired her my savings, $3,500 I'd scraped together for textbooks and rent. No, thank you. Just a sigh of relief and promises it'd be the last time. Spoiler, it wasn't. Ashley, meanwhile, bounced from one bad decision to another. She dropped out of community college, got pregnant at 21, and cycled through boyfriends like they were disposable. Every time she crashed and burned, she'd move back home with her latest kid in tow. And guess who footed the bill for diapers and formula? Me. I landed a job as a forensic accountant at a firm in Fresno after graduation. Good pay. Steady work spotting fraud in corporate books. Irony of ironies, right? I could sniff out embezzlement a mile away. But at home, my money vanished into the black hole of family emergencies. A new AC unit when the old one fried in a heat wave, for $1,000 for my bonus. Ashley's car repairs after she totaled it joyriding, another $2,500. Property taxes overdue because Mom forgot, $1,800. It's our legacy, Mom always insisted. Your dad worked his fingers to the bone for this place. And I'd nod, because what else could I do? Say no and watch them lose the roof over their heads? By 30, I met Ryan, a kind-hearted mechanic from Kern County who fixed cars like puzzles and fixed my heart without even trying. We got married in a simple courthouse ceremony, no big wedding, since I'd just bailed Mom out of another jam. We rented a cozy apartment in Visalia, about an hour's drive from Bakersfield, thinking distance would help. It didn't. The calls kept coming, the roof's leaking after that rare rainstorm. Ashley's kids need school clothes. Ryan watched our savings dwindle, his jaw tightening. But he never complained. They're your family, he'd say, though I could see the strain. Ashley's life spiraled further. Divorced twice by 28. She had 3 kids under 6 and moved back home, temporarily. That stretched into years. She didn't work, claiming childcare costs were too high, but she splurged on manicures and streaming subscriptions. During one forced family dinner, me driving down with groceries I'd bought, she smirked at me over Mom's famous chili. Must be nice. Just working and keeping your cash. No real responsibilities. I was mid-check, paying their overdue water bill. I'm covering your utilities right now, I shot back. That's different. That's what sisters do. Mom chimed in. Ash is right. You and Ryan have it easy, no kids to worry about. Then came the big ask. Mom pulled me aside after dinner, her eyes pleading under the fluorescent kitchen light. The house is falling apart. Honey. Basement floods every monsoon season. Kitchen's outdated, Formica counters from the 70s. With Ashley and the grandkids here, we need more space. I'd already paid for flood mitigation a couple years back. What happened to that? Shoddy work, she dismissed. But listen, this is our family anchor. Dad would want us to keep it. My gut twisted. What do you need? Move back in with us. You and Ryan are throwing money away on rent. Pool our resources. Fix it up proper. I'll even add you to the deed. Make it half yours once we're done. It's only fair. Ryan was skeptical when I floated it. You really think she'll follow through? But the pressure mounted. Daily calls from Mom. Texts from Ashley with pics of the kids in the unsafe basement. Think of your future, Mom urged.
So we caved.
Gave notice on our apartment. Sold Ryan's truck for a down payment on supplies. And I cashed out $20,000 from my 401k. Penalties be damned. Investment in family, I told myself. The renovations were grueling. Weekends blurred into sawdust and sweat, Ryan rewiring the electrical. Me haggling with contractors from Home Depot. New roof, $7,000. Kitchen overhaul with quartz counters and stainless appliances, $10,000. Proper drainage system, $5,000. HVAC upgrade when the old unit conked out, $6,000. Total, $28,000 out of pocket, plus my initial chunk. The house transformed, fresh stucco exterior. Open concept living room. Even a small patio for those cool desert evenings. Ashley griped about the noise disrupting the kids' naps. But Mom beamed. It's like a dream home now. So, about the deed, I said one evening, wiping down the new counters. Mom inspected the cabinets. We'll get to it. Need a lawyer to do it right. I pushed. I know one in Fresno. Her face soured. Don't rush me, Emily. Ryan squeezed my hand, a silent drop it, but the seed of doubt sprouted. Living under one roof again was like stepping back into my childhood nightmare, but with higher stakes. We took the converted garage space, cramped, with sloping ceilings from the hasty remodel, while Ashley claimed the main bedrooms for her brood. You don't have kids, she reasoned, sprawling her toys across the new living room. We need the room. Ryan and I were trying for a family, but stress wasn't helping. Plans change, Ashley shrugged when I reminded her this was temporary. Mom needs help. And Brett's moving in soon, he's got prospects. Brett was her latest fling. A drifter with entrepreneurial ideas that never panned out.
Mom, meanwhile,
treated the house like her kingdom, redecorating on a whim. One night, I found her sorting papers in the den. My heart leaped. Thinking deed docs. Nope. Just swatches for new curtains. This beige you picked is too bland, she said. About adding my name. For Pete's sake. Emily, is ownership all you care about? This is family property, more than paper. The blow-up came soon after. Ryan and I were exhausted from his longer commute to his shop in Tulare. I'd maxed another card on final touches, landscaping with drought-resistant plants, energy-efficient windows. Over $35,000 total now. During dinner, Mom announced, we should repaint the whole interior, warmer tones. I snapped. I just spent a fortune here. You promised the deed. She exploded. You think money buys you rights? This is my house. Left to me by your father. Helping doesn't mean owning. You're my daughter, not a tenant. I countered, tears stinging. Act like it then, she spat. Daughters give without strings. You're being greedy. Ashley nodded. No kids make people selfish. That night, Ryan held me as I sobbed. She's not adding you, he whispered. We could leave. But with drained savings?
Impossible.
The eviction blindsided me. A Thursday like any other. Left for work at dawn. Audited fraud cases all day. Stopped for mom's grocery list, organic produce. Fancy coffee. Kid snacks. Pulled into the driveway at dusk. The house glowing under new porch lights I'd installed. Then I saw it. Our boxes on the back patio. Haphazardly stacked.
Books.
Clothes. Wedding photos, like trash. My key didn't work. Locks changed. Through the window, Ashley and Brett lounged on the couch we'd bought. I banged on the door. Mom opened a crack. What do you want? Let me in. This is my home, too.
No. Emily.
You've overstayed. We need space for real family. Real family? After all I've done. You helped voluntarily. Now go, or I'll call the sheriff. Ryan arrived. Furious. But we grabbed our stuff and crashed at a motel. That night, staring at the stained ceiling, rage boiled over. Family property, she'd said.
Fine.
I'd make it mine the legal way. First, therapy. Ryan insisted, a counselor in Fresno who specialized in family dynamics. You're not crazy, she said. This is financial abuse. Armed with clarity, I dug into public records at the Kern County Courthouse. Mom's mortgage was underwater, refinanced multiple times. Payments spotty. She defaulted again. Notice of default filed. As an accountant, I knew the game. By the note from the lender at discount. Foreclose legally. I formed an LLC, EC Holdings, to keep it anonymous. Contacted the bank. They were eager to offload the non-performing loan. For $180,000, house worth $250,000 post-renos. I bought the debt. All above board. No fraud, just smart business in California's foreclosure-friendly laws. Ryan supported. They taught you this lesson. I hired Diane, a sharp real estate attorney from Bakersfield, to handle proceedings. Non-judicial foreclosure in CA, notice. Wait periods. Auction if needed. Meanwhile, life rebuilt. We rented a tiny studio in Visalia. Ryan fixed up an old car for us. I blocked Mom and Ashley's numbers. Focused on work, got a promotion spotting a major embezzlement scheme. Savings rebuilt slowly. Therapy helped unpack the guilt. Blood doesn't obligate toxicity. Months ticked by. Mom ignored default notices, assuming another bailout. Diane filed for trustee sale. I won the auction unopposed. My LLC now owned the property. Court confirmed.
They transferred.
But I held off eviction, watching from afar. Hired a PI for updates. Ashley posted online about hardships. Mom complained to neighbors. No job searches. Just more spending. The humane part? Doubt crept in. Therapy sessions wrestled with it. Revenge felt good. But was it right? Ryan suggested. What if you offer a way out? I mulled a softer landing. Perhaps mediation. A lesson in accountability without total ruin. The foreclosure process in California is straightforward but agonizingly slow, 120 days minimum from default to sale. I used the time wisely, channeling my energy into positive changes. Ryan and I started fertility treatments. The stress lift helped, and we got good news, pregnant with our first. It felt like a sign, new life, new boundaries. At work, I mentored junior accountants, sharing fraud-spotting tips without revealing my personal saga. Therapy dug deeper. Your mom's behavior stems from her own grief over dad. Doesn't excuse it. But understanding breeds empathy. As the sale date neared, I anonymous tipped social services about the kids' situation, not to hurt, but ensure support if needed. Ashley's posts grew desperate, pics of the crumbling house ignoring my renos. Pleas for donations. Mom called extended family, aunts in Arizona, uncles in Nevada, spinning tales of predatory banks. They reached out. Family forgives. Emily. I replied politely. Actions have consequences. Let's talk after. Day of the trustee sale. A quiet affair at the county steps. No bidders. EC Holdings took title. Diane handled transfer. My name now on the deed via LLC dissolution. Clean. Legal. Per CA property codes. But instead of immediate eviction, I paused. The humane rewrite, I instructed Diane to offer mediation. Give them a chance to negotiate terms rent back. Or buy out with lessons learned. The letter arrived certified, notice of ownership change. 30 days to vacate or discuss options. Mom's reaction.
Perpi, panic.
They lawyered up, a cheap Bakersfield firm. Calls flooded Diane. This is elder abuse. Familial dispute. Diane countered. All docs in order. MS. Carter offers mediation for humane resolution. We met at a neutral conference room in Fresno, me, Ryan, Diane, them with their attorney. Mom looked frail. Ashley defiant. Kids not present, good call. How could you? Mom whispered. After everything. Everything I gave. You mean? I said calmly. Locks changed. Belongings tossed. That everything? Ashley snarled. You were freeloading. Freeloading?
I invested 35K.
Diane steered. MS. Carter proposes. You vacate peacefully. She'll provide $5,000 relocation aid. On condition of family counseling, all attend. Learn boundaries. Mom balked. Counseling? I'm the victim. Their lawyer advised acceptance. Foreclosure's ironclad. Fight costs more. Ashley stormed out. Mom stayed. Tears flowing. I was scared. Emily. Losing the house like Dad's memory. For the first time, vulnerability cracked her facade. Therapy prepped me. I get it,
Mom.
but fear doesn't justify using me. We talked, raw. Hours long. Ashley returned, grudging. Agreement. They'd move to subsidized housing. I'd connect via social worker. Attend 6 sessions with a mediator. I'd sell the house. Split modest proceeds after costs, 20% to them for kids' fund.
Locket till 18.
Eviction averted. They packed over 2 weeks. Ryan and I helped, not obligatory, but closure. Last day. Mom hugged me awkwardly.
I'm sorry.
Honey, I took you for granted. Ashley mumbled thanks. The kids waved goodbye. Innocent in the mess. House empty. I walked through. Dad's old workshop. Kitchen I redesigned. No ghosts now, just memories. Listed at $280,000. Sold quick in hot CA market for $295,000. After fees. Net $45,000. My share rebuilt savings. Their seeded trust funds with stipulations for education. Counseling started rocky. Session 1. Accusations flew. By 3. Breakthroughs. Mom admitted grief-fueled favoritism. Ashley owned laziness. I share hurts. Light lesson emerged. Family thrives on mutual respect. Not one-way streets. Blood ties us, the mediator said. But actions bind us. Ryan and I bought a small condo in Visalia. Our fresh start. Baby bump growing. Future bright. Mom visited occasionally. Boundaries firm. Ashley got a job at a diner. Pride blooming. Post-mediation. Life settled into a tentative rhythm. The counseling sessions, held in a sunny office in Bakersfield, became our weekly ritual, uncomfortable at first, but transformative. Mom opened up about her own upbringing, strict parents in rural Idaho, where emotions were buried like winter snow. I favored Ashley because she reminded me of myself, wild, needing guidance. You were so capable. Emily, I thought you didn't need me. It stung, but explained volumes. Ashley confessed, I was jealous of your stability. Easier to take than build my own. I own my part, enabling out of guilt, avoiding confrontation. Ryan joined occasionally, offering outsider perspective. Family's a team, not a pyramid. The light lesson crystallized. Accountability fosters healing.
No burnout miracles.
But progress. Mom budgeted with apps I recommended. Ashley enrolled in online courses for a nursing aid cert. The house sale closed smoothly. New owners, a young couple from LA. Escaping city chaos for Valley peace. Walking away with keys handed over. I felt liberation, not loss. Proceeds split as agreed. My $36,000 to nest egg and baby fund. Their $9,000 to kids' trusts. With clauses against frivolous spending, per CA trust laws. Ironclad. Work thrived, promoted to senior auditor. Handling high-profile cases. Colleagues joked about my sixth sense for hidden assets. Little did they know it was honed by family forensics. Home life blossomed. Ryan built a nursery. We attended birthing classes. Mom knitted booties, her first genuine gesture in years. Challenges lingered. Ashley slipped once, asking for just $500 for car repairs. I redirected. Use your emergency fund, like we discussed in session. She grumbled, but managed. Mom tested boundaries. Unannounced visit. Call first, I said firmly. She adapted. A turning point. Family barbecue at our condo. 6 months post-sale. Mom brought potato salad, Ashley the kids, who played in the yard. No money talks, just laughter. Over burgers. Mom raised a toast to second chances. I almost lost my daughters to pride, Ashley added, and to Emily, for not giving up on us. Tears flowed. Ryan squeezed my hand. Pregnancy progressed. Ultrasounds showed a healthy girl. We named her Grace, symbol of undeserved kindness we'd all learned. Therapy wrapped after 12 sessions, but we continued check-ins. Reflecting, the ordeal taught. Revenge tempts, but redemption heals. Legally, I could have crushed them. CA foreclosures are unforgiving, but choosing humanity? Priceless. Family isn't transaction, it's growth through grace. Years blurred. Grace turned 2. Toddling in our backyard.
Mom.
Healthier with new habits. Babysat. Ashley.
Certified.
Worked shifts proudly. Our bonds. Reforged stronger. One evening, Mom confided that house was a cage of memories. Losing it freed us. I nodded. And buying it back freed me to choose forgiveness. As Grace grew, so did our family's evolution. Holidays shifted from tense obligations to joyful gatherings. Thanksgiving in Mom's new apartment, subsidized. Tidy. Christmas at ours with lights strung across the patio. Ashley met a stable guy. A teacher. They married simply. Kids thriving in school. No more bailouts. Instead, shared potlucks and advice. My career peaked. Started my own consulting firm. Specializing in family estate planning, ironic twist. Helping others avoid our pitfalls. Ryan's shop expanded. We upgraded to a house in the foothills, with room for Grace to run. The light lesson echoed. Pain teaches. but compassion multiplies. Mom volunteered at a senior center, sharing her story anonymously. I learned late, she'd say, but family mends with effort. One crisp autumn. Over coffee, Mom handed me an envelope, repayment plan for old loans, small monthly checks from her Social Security. Not obligation, she said. Gratitude. I accepted half, donating the rest to a financial literacy charity. Grace, at 5, asked about the old house. I told a softened tale. It taught us to value each other more than things. She nodded wisely. Like sharing toys?
Exactly.
In the end, what started as betrayal bloomed into bonds unbreakable. Western sunsets reminded, horizons shift with perspective. Family, not given, but grown through trials, truths, and tender mercies.